viewers. So we're here talking about the K-Man today. LQ, tell us your favorite memory about the K-Man.
You know, Kaz, whenever I was growing up, I played the drums. He always used to help me play the drums. He got me connections. One time, he came to our house at about 12 at night just to bring me a drum. What a guy.
Well, as you know, he's a big rail fan, and we're here by the tracks today, so hopefully there won't be any trains today. Well, I mean, that's not a good thing necessarily, but I don't think there will be because it's a little early still, but stay tuned, and I know there'll be some great things to come. Any more words about the K-Man before we leave here?
Well, you know, if you can look past his nose, which I know it's pretty hard to do, you'll find a real nice guy underneath.
Alright, great stuff from LQ.
Yes, Kaz, the K-Man, the musical mastermind, the comical conductor. He was a man of many names and talents. See, I haven't known Kaz as much as everyone else, but that doesn't mean I have anything less to say about him. Through my short time I've known Kaz, I've been through many adventures with him, like the train watching special and the true odyssey that was the rink journey. Kaz was always a pure soul. It was a pleasure to be around, which makes me so sad to hear about his death. I myself am astonished to hear that the Lancaster rapper has finally caught up to him. I will do anything in my power to take down the Lancaster rapper and avenge Kaz. Rest in peace.
A limerick. There once was a boy from New York who really was kind of a dork. He tried to play drums, but instead he comes. Now Jordan must wait for the stork.
Oh my god, Kaz. That guy is 100% my best friend. I still remember the first time I met him. I was an underclassman in high school, he was an upperclassman, met him through the music wing, and the guy totally took me under his wing, showed me the ropes, everything. I do not know how I would have survived high school without him. And to this day, we're still best friends, and we even work together at Delta Sonic, which is nuts. And oh my god, have you heard of his band, The Impurity? Amazing. They are the only reason why I'm into metal as much as I am now. He is such an amazing drummer, and I'm so lucky to have him as my best friend.
So I remember the first day that Peter came to my house to audition. His dad backed up into my garage and Peter started unloading all of his drum stuff. And the first thing that ran through my head was, damn, this kid has a lot of cymbals and toms and everything extra. And Peter just sets everything up and he starts playing, and then I just look at my other bandmate, Kevin, and we both shared this path of damn, this kid's really good. And next thing you know, Peter was in our band. I remember one of our earlier shows with Peter. We used to do costumes and themes, and Peter wore this all white jumpsuit almost with a blue bow tie, and he called himself the Milkman. So for a while his nickname was the Milkman in our band, and then we had to change it to McLovin, based off the Seth Rogen movie Super Bad. But Peter's always been one to practice, and he's always there on time, and he's honestly one of the best drummers in Buffalo, and just a really great guy.
Take you all just her face. Don't have nothing to show.
Ever since I was a young boy, I idolized Kaz. From train watching to mini sticks, it was very bad, but I ain't seen nothing like him in any hockey rink. That weird car washing kid really makes you think.
Kaz. What can I say about Kaz? Well, the first time I met him, we played mini sticks in Peter's basement, and he attempted to shove one of the mini sticks up my butt. I swear it came out my mouth. It required a little bit of surgery, but here we are. Several years later, I still go to therapy for it. Well, regardless, after that first encounter, I've had a lot of good times over the years. Playing street hockey with the man sort of looked like what would I describe Kaz as? An ostrich with two broken legs going around with a stick trying to score. Still managed to, shockingly, on Peter's Swiss cheese of a brother, but that's something I won't mention. I won't mention the person by name. I'll simply give his initials, Mr. Eric Gossel, so I'm sorry about that. But regardless, great man. Glad to have him in my life. Delta, you've got a good lifer there. This is, it's been a good time, Kaz.
A haiku. Peter Kazmierzak. He really sucks at the drums. He drags like RuPaul.
Oh, yeah, I met Paul. He was okay. I just...
His name's Peter.
What?
Peter Kaz?
Peter?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that what I said?
No, you said Paul.
Well, I don't know.
Hello and welcome back to the Maximum Goose YouTube channel. We're here with our favorite man with the pointy nose, the K-Man. Exclusive interview today. And one thing to ask, are you enjoying your time here? Let me stop you right there. So we know you are already because you're here. Of course you're enjoying yourself. So let me ask you the next question. What's one thing you'd like the viewers of our channel to know? Well, let me stop you right there. I know you're a fan of Oasis, and great group, and they've got a lot of good tunes, so make sure you viewers check some of their songs out, and let me know what you think in the comment section. So, next question, what are you going to do tonight? Let me stop you right there. So, you're going to go out and watch some trains, is that right? I'm sure it is. Let me go ahead and ask you next question while we're sitting here. What is the one thing you did in your life that you would probably not want to do again?
Well...
Let me stop you right there. And I can guarantee you the answer is going to be this interview. So, thanks for joining us today. It's been a pleasure having you. So what's your opinion of Kaz?
Who's Kaz?
Is that kid that's at your house all the time?
There's nobody at my house all the time. Who are you talking about?
Zito, where's the handle?
There's no handle. You just gotta hold
Oh, just hold it. It clicked, but it's not opening.
Hold the button on the bottom. Just keep holding it until it locks. There you go.
There we go.
What? What the fuck?
Where am I?
Why don't you come on out of there?
Oh, huh? What day is it? What year? Where am I? Oh. Last thing I remember, I was thinking about how cool Kaz was and thinking about his huge nose in the shower. Oh, wait, you don't know who Kaz is? Let me explain to you what Kaz is all about. Thank you for the keys. First of all, this is my car. I don't know how I got locked in it, don't ask. Kaz is a very unique individual. He has been one of the most influential people I've ever met in my life. See, number one, he owns that car right there, which got robbed. And secondly, he is most known for one of the coolest things ever, being in the band called The Impurity. Check him out, link in the description below. And last but not least, his favorite food, spaghetti parm. Chefs, check them out too. Kaz, what can I say about him? He's an individual. His best part about him, besides his beautiful smile, is the nose that he has on his head every damn day of the week. Okay? So until next time, this is the Z-Man, signing off.
This next test is very dangerous. To help you remain tranquil in the face of almost certain death, smooth jazz will be deployed in 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so personally, I don't know Kaz that well, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't even know who I am either. But I only know him from my first semester in the Canisius College Jazz Ensemble, and he was there for one semester that I was there, and I didn't know that anybody from any school can join. I think he goes to Buff State, but or he went to Buff State, but I thought it was just limited to students, but he could play, and he carried the group while I was there. Like I still remember one song not perfectly. I remember it vividly. Like Crescent City Stomp, it was what it was called, and that song smashed, and it was because of him. He is absolutely probably one of the best jazz drummers I've ever seen, and it was one of the reasons why I like coming back every week, because it's important to have a good drummer in your group. And that song itself was great because of him, and all the other songs are great. Rhythm section is important, but you need a good drummer like Kaz to keep the group in line and play well. And so that's why he was greatly missed when the semesters followed and he wasn't there, and we needed consistency with the drummer. So I appreciated his time while he was there, because he made jazz more enjoyable.
Sup, Kaz? Alex here. I think kind of the first memory of jazz band with you is you rolling up on the second rehearsal with your beautiful Siljan cymbals after playing the crappy ones that were in the case. They're pretty great. And then just kind of being able to play with you for the first 2 years of jazz band was interesting. Good times, and hopefully, maybe we'll have you back next year.
A haiku. Peter Kazmazak. His jokes are always funny. But so is his smell.
I first met Peter back in 2009. He could probably tell you the exact month and the day, actually. Man, he was eccentric. I saw him kind of the way like an elderly sea creature sees chocolate. I hated him. But he grew on me. I had never met a person that was so unconditionally devoted to a friendship with me. It was weird. He was equally as devoted to his craft, though. Mornings in high school were commentated by his wacky morning announcements. His charisma was unmatched. He was the only man I knew that could confidently wear a chicken suit without a hint of irony. I always thought the nation would hear his voice one day. It was that of an icon. He was a good friend, too. A great one. We're gonna miss you, buddy. Wait. He's still alive? Then what the fuck are we doing this shit for? What a waste of a fucking Tuesday. Fuck you and your fingers, Peter.
Good morning, East. Today is Friday, June 6th, and try not to be awkward like me because it's an A-Day.
A limerick. I once met a young lad named Peter. He could play drums in any meter. The girls they did flock to see his large cock. Alas, it was a centimeter.
So I first had the opportunity to meet Peter Kaz about probably 6 years ago. And one of the most prominent things I remember out meeting this kid was we were driving down this street in my neighborhood, and it's near some trains. And, you know, we're just driving along. There's probably like 4 other people in the car. And all of a sudden we hear the train whistle go off. And, you know, cool, keep driving, whatever. And then I hear a fucking train whistle from my back seat while I'm driving. And I'm like, where the fuck did that come from? Turn around, there's Kaz blowing on this wooden train whistle. And he also had a conductor's hat on. That is probably my most prominent memory of Peter Kaz. The dude loves trains, and I mean, trains are pretty cool. He also has a radio station, and his intro is the Thomas the Tank Engine theme song. So check him out. He also plays his train whistle on the radio.
Where are we going, Kaz?
I like singing. I like dancing.
I like trains. Oh, you know what that sound means. It's the end of the show. And it also means it's time to read our legal ID. 91.3 FM WBNY Buffalo, Buffalo's original alternative since 1982, brought to you by the Buffalo State College mandatory student activity fee. It's been a fantastic 2 hours with you guys. We will see you in not 1 week, but another 2 weeks. I will be back, because next week is spring break. Can't wait.
You're listening to 91.3 FM WBNY Buffalo, home of Buffalo's original alternative since 1982. Brought to you by the Buffalo State College student activity fee.
91.3 FM WBNY, Buffalo's original.
Well, you know, me and Kaz, we go way back. I mean, all the way back to high school in our jazz improv class. He played the drums, I played the guitar, and, you know, who would have thought all these years later he would end up being the second most successful musician in our friend group? I mean, it's just crazy to think about. You know, obviously we both became huge successes in our genres, you know, mine being sports parody writing, his being loud and aggressive. But I think it worked out well for both of us, really. And, you know, you really can't talk about Kaz without talking about his exceptional play-by-play calling. I mean, you look every Friday night, he would come into the rink at 11 o'clock at night and just bring the energy, and you could really feel the energy of the game because of him. And you just can't ask for more than that, I think. So.
Hey Kaz, it's Roberto here. You know, I just want to let you know, keep up with the broadcasting. You know, you're doing a great job. Whenever you come to Shaw, You're always energetic. You're always positive. You always make some great calls. You remind me of like a mini Rick Jenneret, mini RJ. So keep it up. Keep up the work. I miss seeing you at Shaw. Hopefully we can get together soon, and hopefully you'll be calling some of my goals soon. So take care and keep up the good work.
On the right wing, steps to the circle, left it there for Tony. Scores! Hat trick for Tony.
A limerick. I know a drummer with a big nose, so big everyone knows where he goes. Too bad it's a lie, the girls say and sigh. His next biggest features are his toes.
Hello friends, we've brought our very own channel member Eric on the show here, and we're talking about the K-Man today. So tell me, Eric, what is your favorite memory with the K-Man?
I think it would have to be train watching.
Alright, train watching, always fun. Excellent. Now, what part of train watching do you love the most? What draws you in to doing it again and again?
The chase. When he goes like 90 down the side streets.
Thrill the chase, high speed action, fast moving. It's like an action movie out there, folks. You get in that car and you never know what's gonna happen. First he's driving straight, then he's taking a left, then a right, and next thing you know, you're on the tracks and you just don't even know how you got there. But
he's jumping crossings.
Jumping crossings, like we said, it's always a thrilling outing with the K-Man. Fun times. And we've known K-Man a long time. How long have you known the K-Man? Would you say estimate, rough estimate, doesn't have to be exact.
I don't know, 10-ish years?
A decade,
maybe a little less.
A decade of K-Man for this guy, and he's still alive. I don't know how he puts up with it, but that's true dedication to friendship. This, if my sources are right, I believe this is the K-Man's best friend.
I have heard that before.
I've got confirmation from him. He is the K-Man's absolute best friend. So make sure you remember that, folks, because I remember.
Choo choo, all aboard the K-Man Express.
Peter is one of the most passionate, most hardworking people I've ever met. He brings so much energy to our group and is always working to better the group's performance. His sense of time is second to none, his improvisation skills are out of this world, and his ability to read the group and the play off of others is just outstanding. Some of the most memorable gigs I've ever played have all been because of Peter's crazy polyrhythms and syncopations that he's constantly trying to incorporate into his solos. It's always a good time when Peter's on the kit.
My name is Sam Kaplansky, and I've been playing with Peter in Red Bossa for over 4 years now. It's crazy that it's been that long. Peter is a fantastic drummer. He really knows how to keep things moving, how to feed off of everyone else's energy, just keep it going. He'll switch stuff up mid-song just to keep it interesting. I know, we used to do this jazz standard called A Train all the time, and we would do it so much it almost got boring. And then Peter started messing with the bridge and making it like a rock beat. So he's always the spice of the band. He knows how to keep us moving, how to keep us on our feet. I know there've been countless gigs where we would be playing something and I'd be soloing and he'd suddenly go into some whack polyrhythm or something that just totally throws you off. So, he keeps things interesting and, very valuable member of the band, yeah.
Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Issa, and I have been playing in Red Bossa with Peter for about 4 or 5 years. I'd say some of my favorite Peter memories have probably been made during rehearsals. We're always laughing, always joking around. Peter's always quick with something crazy or absurd or just funny to say. But, we always start rehearsal the same way. Every time I see Peter, I give him a fist bump and I say, "My guy." And it's true. Peter is my guy. And I think he's a lot of people's guy because he just has that personality. You just always want to talk to him, be around him. I think that's part of the reason why he's such a great bandmate is because he just has that sort of great charisma about him. So, yeah.
You want to know my favorite memory of this Peter Kazmazak, if you would? I remember it like it was yesterday. We would spend countless hours just staring at and dreaming of interacting with the most succulent forbidden fruit. We longed to pluck it, to taste it at the peak of its ripeness. There was a young Japanese boy as well. He would also take part in this observation of this forbidden fruit. Oh yes, those were truly glorious hours, staring at the greatness that is Nate Doucette's beautiful ass.
When I grow up, I want to be just like Kaz.
So, what do you think about the K-Man or Kaz?
Kaz, what can I say about Kaz? It's like he lives at my house. It's like another son just popping in and out all the time. But he's a good kid underneath all the little idiosyncrasies that he has, and nothing bad to say about Kaz.
You did it, man. You're in a band now, got the dream job of a lifetime. You really did it. And I couldn't be more proud to be your friend. You got smoking hot girlfriend, amazing car. You got it all. I'm just so proud, and you know, I just can't think of much more to say about you, dude. You're just the guy that everyone wants to be. And he has a huge penis.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Is that all?
What do you mean?
That's all you gotta say about him? Does your life not matter to you?
Of course it does.
Yeah? Well, then you better say some more, buddy.
Man,
I swear to God, say something nice. Say something about his job. What about Delta, huh? What about Delta? Shut up.
Delta?
Yeah, talk about his job.
His
Talk about
dream job?
Yeah, his dream job. What about his train watching, huh? What about his train watching? Huh?
I can't fucking breathe.
Oh my. Kaz, if you're watching, we love you. Just fuck this guy.
Oh, hey, how are ya? Sorry, I'm just looking for some tickets for my friend's band, The Impurity, but I can't find them. I guess they're not popular enough. That happens. So anyways, I'm just looking for some tickets to go see my friend. He is the drummer for the band, but he's not very good. Don't tell him I said that. I went to one of his shows, and it was decent. I mean, it was kind of loud, but you know, I guess that's just how bands do it. I gotta say though, the MVP of the entire show was the bartender. He stole the show. He performed better than the band, to be honest, a lot better than Peter. But you know, that's just what bartenders have to do. They have high expectations. So yeah, me and my friend Peter, we go way back. I've known him for a couple years, but his drumming is just terrible. I mean, I guess you could say it sounds like a wailing hyena or something like that, but that's an understatement. Don't tell him I said that. Anyways, so when I first heard Peter, I was like, oh, okay, you know, he has some potential to be good, but he never really became good. So that's just a story. Hopefully I'll be able to find the tickets, but if not, I guess I'll just not go to see him. I mean, it's not like anyone actually goes to see him, right? Maybe like his mom. Who knows?
Hey, well, what is there to say about Peter Kazmierzak other than he's like an octopus infused in a human being, you know? Definitely drums like he's got more than 2 arms. Well, I met Peter several years ago. Can't remember exactly how many. But I remember I needed a drummer for my album, and I went to this show where he was drumming, and I was like, wow, look at this guy. And so I talked to him after, and I showed him on my phone on this little like drum machine thing I had, the ideas that I had, and obviously he was like yo. So he just took over then, and he was just going to record the album, but he stuck around because, I don't know, the bond was created. Peter and I are really good friends now. I love traveling with him. He's always a blast on car rides, but he's very dangerous, so... He drives like he drums. If that could put a visual in your head. I love Peter, though. Peter's great.
Yo, what's good? I'm Brett. What's up? I'm Damien. And we're here to talk about a man named Peter Kazmierzak. Yeah, I think
You might know him possibly quite well. You know, Peter.
Peter Casman.
He's the drummer.
Of the Impurity.
Yes, sir.
Which means he plays the drums.
And we've known him for about 3 years now. And he is the Cat's Pajamas.
Bee's Knees.
Groovy Smoothie.
Lemon Juicy.
What he said.
What he said.
Exactly. Now, what should we say about Peter?
First thing to mind comes to it's his drumming ability, man.
Yeah, for sure. It's like a Swiss Army knife. It's every tool you need. You know, he'd be jazzy, groovy, play some hard shit. You know, he's just
takes care of business.
Yeah, takes it away.
Yeah. You can tell when he's in the zone too. He's always in the zone. Yeah, it's just got that glaze in his eyes. You know, like some shit just happened.
Yeah, like he's about to get, wants to fight a cattle. Moo, motherfucker.
I think Peter is the best drummer in the entire world, honestly. And I'd like to see him up against Danny Carey. I think that would be great. Yeah, Peter's awesome.
What else comes to mind? I can think of the tour also. Touring with the man, you know.
For sure, yeah. Peter, he has night terrors.
Pretty graphic, but
he's a great guy.
That's what his strengths are for. Gotta give him props for lugging all that equipment around too, man.
Oh, yeah,
you don't have to deal with that.
He's got the full, you know, and he's always never wants us to touch it. He's always courteous, wants him to, you know, do it on his own.
So man, if I ever heard one.
Oh yeah. Well, his balls are as big as his heart.
Yes. Not that we know.
We would never know.
Never.
Yeah.
We're the Impurity from Buffalo, New York, and we're happy to be here tonight. We're normally a heavy metal hard rock band, but we're no stranger to the acoustic guitar, so we'll do our best. This first song is called Eternal Sun.
You sure?
Yeah, do it.
Alright, let's do it.
Yo, so Peter Kazmazak's career. What can we say about that?
Well, he first, at least with the drum set, that aspect of everything, he started off with Rock Band, you know, playing on the drum set for that, but he goes back further, because he started off in school with percussion, jazz band, things like that.
Very versatile.
What about his influences in music, bands and such?
I know his favorite is Porcupine Tree, one of them.
Yes.
I know I got him into Meshuggah. Respect. What else did
The Soundgarden, just the 90s
Soundgarden,
bands.
yeah.
Who else? Tool.
Tool for sure. A lot of progressive stuff.
It's good bands.
It's just
Deftones.
good shit. Deftones for sure. Yes. Shame with all these canceled concerts, man.
Yeah.
I know he was gonna see them, but
What kind of guy is Peter, would you say?
what kind of guy is Peter?
Yeah.
He is definitely an individual.
Yeah, he's alive.
Very much breathing.
Yeah.
He now has 5 fingers and 5 toes.
Yeah, if you look at his hands, you can tell.
Ladies, take note.
They're all there.
All of them.
On that note, how old is Peter?
He is 24 now, right?
Yeah, he's 24.
Yeah.
An old man.
Oh yeah, oldest one in the band.
Yes. He's the manager at Delta Sonic. And he jams.
He very much jams.
No peanut butter, just jamming, yeah man.
Little sauce too. It's always in the sauce.
But yeah, when he gets sauced up, watch out.
Oh yeah, he's coming.
Lock up your daughters.
Lock him up.
Please.
Find the basement. Your nearest basement. And get out of there.
Down here. We're broadcasting from the basement, actually. We forgot to mention that in the first part.
Yeah, you're on the basement now.
Yeah, when you're watching us, you're with us in the basement. We've accomplished what we've needed to do.
We're with you and you're with us. So you're here.
And soon you will be inside of us. If you let us eat you.
Luna.
As you can tell, neither of us have it. I am good. I have my serious face on.
Yeah, no virus is gonna fuck with that.
Would you?
I hope not.
Might as well turn it off.
Alright, so what do you need me for? You want me to talk about Peter? Did you just call yourself in the third person? Oh, Peter Kaz. Okay. So you're better half. Okay, I'm getting paid for this, right? So Kaz, so if there's one word that I would use to describe him, I would say entertainer. You know, from all the way back in high school, he has been an entertainer for sure. Every time you see him, he's either doing something silly or funny or just being himself. You know, he puts a smile on people's faces. At the end of the day, that's really what matters, right? And his musical abilities are on another level. He used to do a lot of percussion back in high school, but now when I see him in his Impurity days, you know, the drumming is on another level. So God bless him on that. And speaking of entertainment, I see that you're also holding him hostage until today, you know, forcing him to act in all of your YouTube videos because you're desperate for content over here. And you found Kaz to be your scapegoat. And now you're making a video about him too. You're really running out of ideas, huh? Not only is he entertaining, but he's also very honest and sincere in his work. From my point of view, he's basically running Delta Sonic at this point. I'm not sure how much that's true, how much that's not, but I know that he has risen up the ranks in Delta Sonic quite a bit. And the reason he's able to do that is because of his sincerity in his work. And what more can you want in a man, right? He's entertaining, funny, and he's sincere. That's the whole package right there. Peter Kazmerzak.
You know, with Kaz, it's incredible just how far he went with his career in terms of just being a multi-talented person, in terms of his illustrious broadcasting career and along with his music career as well. You know, you even look at the greats like Rick Jenneret there, and he doesn't have that same versatility as Kaz does. And I really think that at the end of the day, they're going to be looking back. He's going to be in the history books. Kids are going to be looking up to him, you know. People talk about RJ here, but, you know, they're all sleeping on Kaz. And not even to mention his prowess in fantasy hockey. And just overall, great guy, and he is just the best that's ever done it, in my humble opinion.
It was rather degrading.
You like that, didn't you?
And thus I decided not to participate. Screw you, Peter Castles.
Too late, it's already on film.
Screw you!
These are times
You staring at my nose or what?
These are times your kids are going to remember. For K-Man's kids in the future, make sure you stay in school. And
if school's back,
make sure you subscribe to our channel.
if school's back in session.
Yeah, I know, we got the corona. Before we finish with our final section of this film, I'd like to say a few words myself about the K-Man. So Kaz, we've had a lot of good times, some bad times, and definitely a few times where I ended up fearing for my life. That being said though, we've had a lot of fun, and I wouldn't change a single second of it. You always keep me guessing, keeping things interesting, and I look forward to the surprises that await us. For those of you that did a video for this project, I'd like to thank you personally. I know it takes a little bit of time out of your day to do, and I appreciate the effort you put into just saying a few words or telling a story about the K-Man, and I hope you'll consider subscribing so you can see more of our antics between the K-Man, myself, LQ, and the rest of our cast. And if you're new to this channel, make sure you check out our intro video. But enough about that. We'll get back to the K-Man here, and here's a nice summary of a lot of the things we've said so far from our good friend Nick.
Peter Kazmerzak, you are a crazy, crazy guy. You're the kind of friend that I would categorize with two terms: loyal and dedicated, based off of the things I've observed of you these past few to many years I've known you. You're loyal to all your friends. You give them cool-ass textbooks. You come to their houses at midnight to catch Nick Cage flicks, even if it's just the last 15 minutes of them. And you go out to buy most stuff Oreo packets for lunches at Bengal Paws. And you are dedicated, because I've seen you get to the front of packed houses to go and get meaningless toys from the one and only Buckethead. Dedicated to drive to the top of each and every parking ramp he sees, even if you're wearing a chicken costume for the full night. You are dedicated to seeing trains. I've seen this through your Snapchat and Instagram videos. I don't know all that much about trains, but I can tell you are dedicated to the cause, whichever cause that may be. You are dedicated to your music career through all your touring with the Impurity and the videos that you post with that. You're dedicated to broadcasting hockey and impersonating Rick Jenneret, which me and many of my friends have noticed that you are quite good at. And you're dedicated to the Delta Sonic franchise. And it's pretty cool being able to go to Delta Sonic and say, hey, I know that guy. That guy's pretty up there. So, you're loyal and you're dedicated and you are 100% of the time authentically you. And I think that that's going to really serve you well in your music and your broadcasting careers, wherever they take you. And you're a good friend, so.
Extra meat and extra cheese, not the cheese, but the cheese on the side.
My nose.
Oh my god! I can't copy. Yeah, dude.
You know they're all coming back, right? They didn't go to bed.
A haiku. Peter Kazmierzak. He likes the St. Louis Blues. What a fucking joke.
Hello? What do you mean he's not dead? You're telling me I hired a black market assassin to avenge someone that's not dead?
These are times
You staring at my nose or what?